Hello viewers and hello world, this is the Mika channel's new travel and discovery program.
Hey planet Earth, thank you for carrying me. Thank you for showing me our pretty pearls. Hey planet Earth, you look so beautiful and blue. I have to say, hello my love, how are you?
Welcome to Hello World, where we'll be bringing you a great deal of exciting reports, travel guides, outlooks on places to discover, and even some unusual sights. Let's have a look at the summary.
In the Around the World vlog, take a trip to Sweden with Biaggio and Mika BV in good humour. In the Hello World travel guides, get to know more about the top sites in the city of Edinburgh, Scotland. In What's Going On, have a good laugh at the many odd images found on our travels. And in Focus Front, an insider's view on an exciting match in the European Football Championship.
As you can see, we're in for a great time. Starting with this first report that goes to the wonderful city of Stockholm and its surroundings in Sweden, where we were welcomed by our local friend Biaggio, and we toured the city for you.
Well, welcome to Sweden for the Around the World vlog. On this exciting journey, I'm together with our Sweden expert, Alessandro.
Hello everyone watching.
We'll be showing you around in the exciting city of Stockholm and its surroundings.
Beauty in the water, angel on the beach, ocean's
So,
daughter.
we are right here in Lidingö, wonderful harbour, wonderful sea. And now, Alessandro, our Sweden expert, who's not walking away into the sea hopefully, is going to tell us a little interesting anecdote about this.
So guys, as you know the famous band ABBA, Dancing Queen. You are my dancing queen. So ABBA, they were Swedish, but they lived here on Lidingö, on the island, and they had a lot to do in the studios, and so sometimes it was stressful, and they would come here by the sea to relax, to get fresh air, and to forget about everything. And
That's good.
they were even close by here.
And what would Sweden be without ABBA? In fact, right now we're going to go to the ABBA Museum to find out. So away from the ABBA Museum. Now obviously you can see how big ABBA is for the Swedes. It's they're nearly worshipping them, exhibiting everything from clothes they have had on during their music videos to just covers of their records. But the most interesting thing you could do here is there's plenty of activities where you can dance with holograms.
Mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist you? Mamma mia, does it show again? My, just how much.
So we are here at the Cockless Tower, where we're just getting a little snack. Just enjoy the nice view. Now the Cockless Tower is not the most wonderful looking from the outside, but you do get a wonderful view of Stockholm. So we are at the Vasa Museum, where you can see pretty much everything about this big shipwreck called the Vasa. In the end, you find out, after lots of posters about whose fault is this actually, you found out that it's no one's fault. And yeah, you can pretty much see everything from reconstructions of the people who died, there's faces, to items that were on the boat, and obviously the masterpiece, the boat itself. Do you have anything to add?
That actually the king was responsible. He demanded too much, but he couldn't be prosecuted. So in the end, Nobody was.
Don't waste a minute. People go wherever they go. I've lost control so long ago.
Now, Sweden is also filled with very nice little cozy city centres. For example, this in the heart of the small town of Lidingö. I'm wondering where Alessandro is going here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
So, as you can see, we have some very nice shops. It's a nice and cozy place, even though we had to bike for about 2 hours to get to this. Not sure if it was completely worth it. But hey,
We do love Sweden for many other reasons though, including their extensive bus systems. This one goes to Sofia in Bulgaria. Their nightclubs advertising for their showers, figure out what that means. Their interesting ways of going to the toilet. Their philosophical ideas. Their very abrupt opinions. But also their wonderful bikes and sleeping Swedes.
Tired of going through endless lists of guidebooks and travel sites and not knowing where to start? Our very own travel guide may help you get started with a brief outlook on all the top sites. This time for the city of Edinburgh.
Welcome to the Hello World travel guides for the city of Edinburgh. As your tour guide today, I will be taking you to visit all the top sites and attractions in this fascinating city and let you know what to expect from each. So, let's get started.
the obvious top site in Edinburgh is the one right behind me. Yes, Edinburgh Castle. Its astounding architecture and many museums allow for a great time. Princess Street Gardens and its surroundings is also a great place to visit in Edinburgh. Not only is it a great park adjacent to a very nice shopping street, but you can also admire the Stock Monument right behind me.
And you and I, we're doing alright, 'cause when I'm alive, I'm hungry for you, my love. So come
The John Knox House is a nice little museum in the heart of Edinburgh, which isn't the top site, but it is definitely worth a visit if you get the chance. It explains the story of John Knox, who introduced Protestantism to Scotland, and his dispute with Mary, Queen of Scots.
I'm hungry for you, my love. Hollywood Hills, I'm gonna miss you.
Another neat thing you can do in Edinburgh is visit the Scottish Parliament building. Here you can view an exhibit about the Parliament, or even visit the main chamber.
Girls, I'm gonna love you wherever I go. I'm gonna
Moonshine, moon, I love you.
I'm standing on top of Arthur's Seat. Arthur's Seat, Edinburgh's long extinct volcano, and a picturesque setting in the middle of the city. It'll take you a long climb to get up there, but it's well worth it. Just look at this view. The National Museum has got to have one of the most colossal and extensive exhibitions in the country. These range from a huge collection of artifacts from all over the world to a massive hall full of animals. Don't expect to be able to view all the exhibitions, other than if you want to spend the whole day there, but it's a great place to go and take a peek in.
'Cause here's a real life wire. I can't let go. Someone I wanted.
Another place to get viewpoints of the whole city from is Calton Hill. With its many monuments and lush green landscapes, it's a great place to stop by and have a look.
Holding me close, but his love has got me stuck. I don't care, I'm alone. I am sure of the throne. Maybe it's hard, but I'm trying to find a way to.
The National Gallery of Modern Art may be a bit far from the city centre, but it's certainly worth the detour. From the permanent galleries to the always interesting special exhibitions, it's not a place you want to miss.
Maybe it's hard, but I'm trying to find a way to go on. Hear my voice not strong. I will find on my own. No, I'm leaving you, boy. Now you're.
Edinburgh is also home to one of the most interesting underground tours, Real Mary King's Close. which brings you great historical tales in an original fashion while you walk in the city's old closings. Not something to miss. In the Georgian House, discover an old Scottish house from the Georgian times as you visit the many rooms in the mansion and talk to the very knowledgeable personnel. Finally, another classic tourist site is that of the spooky Greyfriars Kirkyard, most known for the story of Bobby, a dog so saddened by his owner's death that he would roam around his graves for years to follow. And that closes off our tour guide for this time. I look forward to joining you soon for another one.
We now move on to our next feature, a compilation of all the strangest sights, signs, and people we've seen on our journey. Last guaranteed in What's Going On.
And I didn't really know what's going on. You don't know what's really going on.
Ah, the joys of Celtic music. Well, what is going on? That's what you'll be asking yourself after the images that follow. Starting with this French delicacy, yum. And this cafeteria, which promises a whole load of things on their website, but serves us roasted chicken tights. And this establishment also seems to have some economy problems. Yup, you read that right. Leftovers. And for those of you who've been wondering what the hell the Parliament has been doing, well, they've been making yogurt. Believe me, I was just as shocked as you when I found out. Next, we move to the toilet, which is not lacking in strange elements either. I seriously hope that was the name of the guy who invented this machine. And we have this poster, which explains that a toilet brush is not a decorative object and gives us detailed instructions on how to use it, but also this sign explaining that we shouldn't even be urinating in the toilet in the first place. We also came across this bounce castle that's just wrong, a drunk math teacher, an autocorrect from Alsace, and a rubber with a strange name. No comment. We also found out that Elvis is still alive and carries around rubbish in his truck. Well, at least his truck doesn't have this name. The world is full of strange people, such as this guy who goes to IKEA to sleep in their beds, this guy who couldn't get a dog so decided to walk his banana, this man who has an unusual relationship with cannons, and this one who just had a horrible, horrible day. We also met the woman who decided that underwear would be the most fashionable thing to put on her head, and the family of tourists who decided to take pictures of each other in all combinations possible. First the father taking a picture of the mother, then the father taking a picture of the mother with the son, then the son taking a picture of the mother taking a picture of the father, then the father taking a picture of the mother taking a picture of the son, and then they got a stranger to take a picture of all three of them at the same time. Whilst that looks like it's about it for this time, please make sure you don't run into this guy. And I nearly forgot, any last requests? I do have quite a fan base.
If you're interested in knowing more about the process of tapping and packaging water, the place in this snapshot might be for you.
The city of Spa in Wallonia, Belgium, historically known for their thermal waters so much that spa has become a generic term for thermalism in several languages, but also home to the oldest casino in the world, attracts many tourists each year. However, it is not only great for the previously listed reasons, but also because one of the best tasting waters in the world is produced here in the factory of Spa Monopole, which casual visitors can enter to. Here in the Odyssée, one can view an exhibition on the different aspects of this water and the brand's history, such as historical advertising and where the different waters are tapped, but one can also look straight down to the factory where the water is packaged and learn more about this interesting process. A site worth a detour if you are ever nearby.
It's the middle of the football season, with the much-awaited European Championship currently going on. This next report is all about that and includes an immersion into a game as if you were actually there. It's Focus Front.
It's everything in focus. It's everything at the front. It's Focus Front. If you live in Europe, there's one event this month that you cannot make your way around. I'm talking, of course, about the European Football Championship. TV programmes revolve around it, advertisement and merchandise is plastered everywhere you go, and bars have special menus and screenings.
For this first segment of Focus Front, we've been to a match in France and we're taking you along. Welcome to Lens, who are hosting their first match in this year's competition, and will see the teams of Switzerland and Albania compete. A decisive game for both nations. On the way to the stadium, thousands of supporters bear the colours of their country, sing hymns, chant and join in dances with added percussion, like this group of Albanian fans. Getting closer to the stadium, you will have to pass a very thorough security check before entering. And it is from the luxurious VIP lounge that we'll be having lunch and watching the game. Half an hour before the kick-off, the players are warming up on the field, practicing their shots or just passing the ball around. Meanwhile, a host warms up the audience with the cheer challenge. An audience of nearly 35,000 people, the vast majority being Albanian, with only a small tribute of Swiss supporters. Switzerland's footballers are each up to their own task, some practicing their passes, others just examining the field. The Albanian team has a more organised warm-up with a circle of players stretching and kicking the ball around. Shortly after, everyone leaves the pitch, leaving room for a small opening ceremony consisting of pieces of cloth that represent the logo and the two teams' shirts, along with a large group of locals performing a dance routine to David Guetta's hits. After this has concluded, an enormous Albanian flag is displayed in the tribune, along with the message "United we stand." The game then begins with excited fans watching attentively. And only 5 minutes in, the Swiss score a goal, then shown in slow motion on the big screens. There were then plenty of opportunities, and also quite a few fouls. But the first half of the match does not bring many more big events, leaving the 15-minute pause for the players to stretch and plan ahead while the grass is being watered. The second half of the match does not bring any goals, but is nonetheless exciting. Switzerland wins the match. The two teams, however, show mutual respect and exchange handshakes and smiles as the winners are applauded and leave the pitch, followed by a train of cameras. Some Albanians stay on the field and even bring up their children. As we exit the stadium, we come across drunk and happy Swiss fans as we take one look back at the stadium and proceed on the walk back to the special buses. The long trail of Albanian supporters is understandably disappointed, but keeps their head held high. And although the staff will have a lot of cleaning to do after excessive littering, hooliganism will not be an issue. In fact, Swiss and Albanians can be seen walking side by side or discussing the game over a hot dog.
And in case you were wondering, football games are also the perfect place for finding lots of interesting images, as you'll see in this segment.
You don't know what's really going.
What? We're back already? Ah yes, it's the football time of year. But hey, that song's not really in the spirit of what's going on. Much better. And I must stress that strange or funny happenings are not rare at a football match. Starting with the players, who are often very into their action, other times not so much. This gives them plenty of time to hold intimate group meetings, check out bald heads as if they've never seen any before, and hold exciting warm-ups. Very exciting warm-ups. The highlight must surely be the fans though. Them Albanians with them cool hats, ready for modelling. Them Swiss fans with the sunglasses and regular glasses. Them cowboys taking selfies. There's also those who are surprised they can't hear what the players are saying. Those who are surprised they can't see what the players are doing. The poor old man who ends up in a sea of kids. Angry kids. And those who just can't resist. I wonder if that hair is soft. We also met the woman who came late, the fellas who thought they were going to the beach, the man who was just too tired, the father who thinks his son is the one taking up too much space, and the sad man who claps anyway. We'd also like to thank this man for making our day with his epic dance move. Seriously though, I could watch this for hours. And finally, this Albanian toddler and his unfortunate love of Swiss cheese. That's it for now. Until then, we wave goodbye.
Unfortunately, that's just about it for this first episode of Hello World. I hope you enjoyed it, and to see you shortly for another episode. Until then, you can use the hashtag HelloWorldDiscover to let us know what your favourite place to travel to is, and you might even get a chance to appear at the end of our next programme. Bye!
How are you? Whoa.